Austin Dunga, and I'm the CEO for Canopy Solutions, which was basically registered in 2015. We deal with printing, a wide range of printing, from promotional up to branding services. And when we talk of printing, in other words, it means giving a business that push that requires for someone to be able to make a sale. Canopy is a concept that was thought of way back from 2007, but officially it was registered in 2015. So if you can check, it's something that was given birth after a very long thorough search. And basically what we initiated was a project that we wanted not even to serve us only, but to serve other clients in terms of making sure they come up with a business models that can be able to support them in terms of making sales and in terms of making profit. So our journey started since then, and we have seen ourselves grow. Though it was not an easy journey when we started, but at least we thank God for where we are today. As a young man, when I was in college, I would really walk in the streets of Nairobi and streets of Nakuru where I went to college, and I would see some beautiful designs on the road, signages which used to have light at the back and all that, and I fell in love with that, because then at the end of the day I wanted to know especially what is it that people use to make that. And being a person who really liked art since I was in primary school, then I put myself into that energy, that I should be able to come in and see what really happens and how this production is done. And that is how I found myself in the advertising world. For any business, not even printing, it really requires a lot of passion, zeal and commitment to make sure whatever someone decides to start or to engage or to venture in is then something that really gives someone that idea and gives someone that passion to be able to follow up and see that whatever you decide to make or to venture into is something that is profitable, number one, and number two is something that you're really interested in, because without the interest or the passion or even the energy, then when you decide to venture into what, even the most simplest business, then you cannot manage to do it. So it was hard at the beginning, but then because of the passion I had, that is where I find myself where I am, like 6 years down the line. When we started, in fact, we started when I was, let's say I was alone and a receptionist who used to work, to do all the work of administration, finance and even sales. And I was the designer. I was also the logistician. So afterwards we grew, we got new employees, and I thank God because up to now we are having more and better employees other than when we started. We have 8 permanent staff, and we also have 5 who are not permanent but who are paid on contracts or on the basis of passion of the work they have. When I think of where we started and where we are today, I can see the road has been so murky, but at least we have managed to have good achievements, whereby when we started we used to just deal with basically small businesses and people who were just starting up their businesses, but we have gone up to the level of dealing with international and government organizations, and also we have gone to the level of dealing with corporate companies, which are really giving us even the push to do better. When you check at the printing modalities, it needs someone who really understands what he's doing, and especially when you are dealing with such companies in large scale, you find you really must be able to deliver quality and also must be able to deliver in time. So it's a journey that has really been not easy, but then we have managed to reach where we are today. Just to think of the challenges we have had, even from the time we started. you realize that in Kenya, and not even in Kenya, in the world, when you are just doing the business and you are starting up, there are the normal challenges that face someone, like finances, like advisory, like even getting the correct people to work with. And basically those are challenges which really someone, when you think and you hear me talking of having the concept in 2007 and registering in 2015, and you find all that they are accrued a serious number of challenges which someone has really to be ready to face. Up to now, when you think also of like when COVID came in, you find due to technology we were also affected so much. In fact, I think this is a sector that was affected more than any other sector, because you check, most people changed from meeting in boarding rooms and all that, in printing materials, and they started meeting in Zoom, where you don't need anything printed, where you don't need even materials, where you don't even need uniforms. People started working from home. That means people could not even go ahead to print things like brochures. There was no movement. So you find the challenges there, yes, they have been there. When even you check at the market, the prices, people have changed, have come up with new prices, and people have come up with very low prices, not even bearing in mind the type of quality they are giving out. So these are some of the challenges that that we have faced. And when you look at also at our sector, you find we don't even have a very strong union. So basically you find when something like things like not even controlling prices, but making sure the market is operating on a standard basis. There is no standard, and that's why you can find even people, some of the people are arrested because of doing bad things or faking documents and all that. So all I can in fact is that now is be able to, for the printing partners, to be able to come up with solutions about having a strong union, which we can then be able to come up and be able to control at least the market and the sector, like any other sector in the business world. The most important thing for any business, someone who wants to start a business, or for any ongoing business, the only thing that drives a business is finances. So the most important thing, number one, is to control your finances, your expenditure. And as you know, most of the sectors, people make the profit during the time of purchase. So it's good that anyone who is dealing with business, anyone who is willing to start up, to do thorough investigation, to do rather thorough research, to ensure whatever you endeavor to get involved in, then you understand the market, you understand how the modalities, the workouts, the processes, and even how to approach the client, because that is the only way that can make someone then be able to say, yes, I have a business, it's running well, and it's giving me profits. Because at the end of the day, what everyone is looking at is the profit that you realize after a hard day's job or after you have made a sale. For you to get into the printing business really well is to understand the market and create a niche, because printing is so wide. It's very important that someone knows, gets into the market and knows what exactly you want to do. Do you want to just be involved in digital printing? Do you want to be involved in flexo printing? Do you want to be involved in branding? Because at the end of the day, that is number one. Number two, sourcing of finances. You can invest with the money you have. It doesn't need a lot of money to start. All you need is to have the clients, all you need is to have partners who can be able to help you to be able to make the products, because there is a lot of people who are willing to outsource for others and be able to give you the product you need. Number three is the passion. That urge that makes you really feel like you can, because it's not an easy business. It's a really a trick business. When you hear of services, you will produce something for someone and then you will reach to the client and the client will say, oh, this is not what I wanted. So passion is very important, and learning the processes involved in printing. You must be able to have an idea. It's not like the way even someone who is selling skuma in the kibanda, in the kiosk, he must know where to go and get the skuma from. So it's a matter of getting to know the sector well. It's a matter of getting to know the correct people. But what I would advise someone is not to rush and buy maybe machines, not to rush and purchase items just because you feel like printing is making money. No, it really involves a lot, and it really requires a lot of research. There is something that is called corruption that is really finishing businesses. and our sector is not left behind. It is also affected by that, and what I can advise is there should always be some good business ethics that people should follow, and that is the only way that we can be able to make Kenya a great nation. And like us, we even joined the Blue Company Initiative because of that, where we really advocate for minimal bad business practices, including corruption. The Blue Company Initiative was started by the chairman of Jubilee Insurance. It's an initiative that is even the UN is part of that, and it is basically an initiative or a project that is aiming at making businesses operate with minimal bad practices when it comes to business. You understand, in terms of corruption, in terms of poor quality, in terms of level playing field when it comes to business. And what we are aiming at is getting more partners on board, and people are usually trained even on the practices that we should follow when you are dealing with business, especially when you check at mostly the government and the corporate sector. There is a lot of hide and seek that happens behind, especially when people are following up to get some small business from them. And then sometimes you even find after you have done the biashara, you have finished everything, someone will call you even from accounts and ask you, now I can see your invoices here, what are you saying? Those are some of the things that the Blue Company Initiative is aiming at eradicating in the community, and it's a very good initiative. Just a parting shot is, whatever someone wants to venture in, whatever small or business or big business person wants to be, let someone be able to take it head on. Let someone be able to get the experience. Let someone be able to understand the market the way it is. And everyone, let us join hands in making sure we kill this animal called corruption, because that is the only thing that can make a nation great. That is the only thing that can make a nation develop. Our contacts are, I can be able to read the mobile number is 0722 999 333. It's an easy number, or 722 999 333. And also we have an email, info@canopysolutions.co.ke. We also have social media handles. We have Twitter at Canopy Solutions. We have Facebook at Canopy Solutions KE, and we also have Instagram at Canopy Solutions. So we are all over. We have our website, www.canopysolutions.co.ke. We are located in BE Towers, 10th along Moi Avenue in Central Business District, Nairobi.